Nidhi says she's joining in a couple of minutes. She's just finishing a meeting with the Vice Chancellor.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Good. Nidhi's just trying to find the link to
Yeah,
the Zoom
yeah,
meeting.
yeah. She talked to me. I have sent her the link, so she will
Oh, good,
join. Yeah.
good.
Participants, you are requested to open the cameras. All participants are requested to open the camera.
I like your backdrop. Your screen behind you is very nice.
Thank you. It is
I
the
wish
main
I were
administrative
there.
building of our university.
I wish I were there.
Okay, you can.
Rather than in rainy, wet, cold England.
All participants kindly open the camera. We have today an international resource person with us. So I hope that this concluding session will be really fruitful. We have Anne Stewart, ma'am. She is a professor in earlier career academic staff mentor, gender and the law, gender, justice and post-colonialism woman. She is from University of Warwick. So I welcome her to this concluding session of this um, faculty induction program. It was a one month faculty induction program uh, being organized by this UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center. So also we have joined by Nidhi ma'am, Nidhi Sabharwal ma'am. So I would we have been joined by today's president chairperson for this uh, concluding session, Professor Dhanashri Mahajan ma'am. So not taking much time, I would request Gaurav to start the band and the university song.
गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे
गीत आमुचे सागराचे इतिहासाचे जनावनाचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे गीत आमुचे सागराचे इतिहासाचे जनावराचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे
अभंगाचे ओवीचेही माय बोलीचे माहेर
वाऱ्यातही मराठीचे दिवे लख घरोघर संत महंतांचे विरागी गीत आमुचे वादळाचे इतिहासाचे जनावराचे गीत आमुचे जागराचे तंतु तंतु संघर्षाचा पैठणीत भिनलेला
नक्षीतच पक्षी पक्षी विजयाचा मिळलेला
सोन पहाट उदयाचे नेचा सूर्य नवा शब्द शब्द उजळून गेला समतेचा संग्राचा अर्थ ढाळून गेला विराट विशाल संस्कृतीचे गीत आमुचे जीवनाचे इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे गीत आमुचे जगराचे गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे गीत आमुचे सागराचे इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे गीत आमुचे जगराचे
सर आपका माइक अनम्यूट कीजिए सर.
Thank you, Goro. So we have today with us chief guest for this afternoon session, Dr. Nidhi S. Sabharwal, working in Center for Policy Research in Higher Education, National Institute of Education Planning and Administration, New Delhi. Also, we have as a guest of honor Professor Anne Stewart from School of Law, University of Warwick. So on behalf of this entire group of 16th Faculty Induction Program, which was organized by this Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, I welcome both the guests. Also, I welcome our chairperson, president, director of this Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Professor Dhanashri Mahajan ma'am. Under his able, capable leadership, this faculty training center is going on. And also, I welcome all the participants of this faculty induction program. So we are into the last session of this course. So not taking much time, I would now hand over the session to both the guest, Dr. Nidhi Sabharwal and Anne Stewart, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Just one clarification. I'm National Fellow at the National Institute of Educational Planning and Administration, just for the record. Thank you. And thank you very much for this opportunity. I would also like to welcome Professor Anne Stewart from the School of Law at University of Warwick. And thank you to Professor Mahajan for giving us this opportunity. For this opportunity to engage with all the participants here. Can I just see where Anne is? I'm not able to.
Yeah, just I will highlight,
Yeah.
spotlight.
Anne? Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah,
I'm
hi.
here.
Hi, Anne. Okay, hi. Hi, nice to meet you. So just wanted to confirm. So let me just share my screen and let me know if it's visible. So we have prepared this presentation. It is based on a large-scale research that we have done where Professor Mahajan and her team and the Baba Saheb Ambedkar University or Marathwada University were also a part of our research project led by NIPA and University of Warwick, and Professor Mahajan was the team leader. So we have prepared something from there. It's on faculty training, faculty sort of engagement in higher education outreach activities. So just let me see if I can share my screen first and get this sorted. Thank you. I'm trying to share, so I'm just trying to get to the. So for some reason, I'm not able to see that window. And do you want to try? Thank
Yeah,
you.
I can do it. I can do share. Hang on, here we go. Let me see. Yeah. Let me see if I can find the is this it? Wait a minute. Are we going? Is that it?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So I will do the honors in, oops, I've lost the screen now. So we all right here? Hang on, let me get this up again. Where are we? Right. I've lost us now. Can you hear me still?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we can hear you and we can
Oh.
see you as well.
Oh, blimey, I can't see you, but other than that, right. No, wait a minute. So do you want to start away, Nidhi? Hang on, let me have a
Yes,
go.
yes, yeah. Do you want to put it on, just if you can do enable editing or slideshow? And
Lost you on the screen at the moment, so hang on. Right, let's see if I can find this. Our technology's not doing so well, is it? So hang on, let me have a go. Where's the screen? Okay, good. Right, so I can see you now. And I can see, right, so how should we go? So well, where are we doing on the thing itself? Help. So where's the thing? Where's the screen? I can't find the screen now.
it's okay. So can you see your presentation? Can you see
No,
it?
I can't see it.
Okay.
I can't see it. Let me stop sharing and start again. Sorry about all this. We should have this organized, shouldn't we? Oh, wait a minute. Let me stop sharing and start again. Right, let's share again. Which is this one. So, okay, I can see my screen now. Can you do it? Let me just do it on that one like that. Are we all right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Good. Right. Away you go, Nidhi. Do you want
All
the
right.
first?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's your first one?
that's fine. Thanks. Yeah. So our research is titled, the presentation is titled Higher Education Outreach, Faculty Roles and Responsibilities and Practice. We are emphasizing that here outreach is not community outreach that the way we understand, but outreach refers to specific set of practices that are defined by the shared aim of ensuring that potential applicants to higher education, so students who are in our classroom, so before they enter higher education, in the pre-admission process, they are aware of the options that are open to them and the processes they need to follow. So when we say higher education outreach, we are talking about academic outreach. So pre-admission outreach activities undertaken by faculty members and institutions. And this is not to be considered as an additional burden, but this is an extension of our academic roles that has been, if you think, we already engage in very informal ways. Next slide. Yeah, okay, fine. Now this is the slide I was in the first. So let me just, the outline of our presentation will be that we will first start with the higher education context in India. which has entered a stage of massification. So we've got an expanding sector, with that means expanding sector in terms of more numbers of institutions, as well as an increasing number of student enrollment. So we have, from small classrooms, we've gone to large classrooms. However, we are saying, and the access still remains unequal, and we'll talk about that. We are also talking about student context, the type of students who are entering higher education institutions. They're mostly first generation learners. So earlier we had traditional students, second generation learners, higher education learners. We now have more first generation learners. And we are also talking about faculty members. Faculty members are often among the most trusted and credible sources of information about higher education. We all know we have many students in our neighborhoods who are reaching out to us and asking information about higher education, which college to go to, which subject to study, ma'am bata dijiye aage iska kya, what will be the job prospect. So faculty members are an important source of information, and in fact sometimes the only source of information that students have, even before students formally enroll. This session reflects on then what faculty they already do, what challenges students face, and how informal guidance that we all are engaging in can become more equitable and structured through institutionalized higher education outreach activities. And just to define again, higher education outreach refers to a specific set of practices that are defined by the shared aim of ensuring that potential applicants to HE are aware of the options that are open to them and the processes they need to follow. So advice, it comes as advice. Next slide, please, Anne.
Can you see it?
No, the slide's not moved. Okay, it's moved. Thanks. So we've developed a training module which was based on research, large-scale research that we took across 6 regions of India. It had more than 2,000 students who answered the survey, more than 450 faculty members who answered the survey. We also did group discussions and interviews, as well as diaries, and we covered around 28 higher education institutions and did this research, a mixed method research. And on that basis, we co-developed our module with the Professor Mahajan and her team, and also with other teams that we all came together and we developed this module. Now, this module includes, the objective is to understand the significance and rationale of outreach on higher education knowledge and its social benefits for the institutions, faculty, students, and the wider community, to discuss the role of faculty in higher education knowledge outreach and the challenges that faculty members encounter in their engagement with higher education knowledge outreach, and to comprehend the core components of effective outreach program focusing on faculty as ambassador of higher education outreach. We piloted the module, and we are now presenting it in this prestigious faculty induction program. Next slide, please.
It's moved.
Let's just, yeah, thank you. It's moved. So just let's understand, higher education context. Like I said, India has expanded higher education rapidly. The sector has expanded from a stage where we were serving the elite. We are now in the stage of massification, which also means that our gross enrollment ratio has gone from 9%, 4 or 5 times tripled now, or quadrupled, to be 28.7% by the latest All India Survey of Higher Education data. We have the second largest higher education system in the world. So we have 4 crore, more than 4 crore students going to higher education. But information, so while this sector has expanded, but information about how to access higher education has not expanded at the same pace. And that's our key concern that we are all dealing with. Rural, semi-urban, and disadvantaged social groups often rely on informal advice networks. So from friends, from family, from other peers, we know the kind of information they rely on from bhaiyas and cafes, where they are the internet cafes that they go to. So these are all informal advices that come when they are trying to access higher education information. We also have the support of policy, NEP 2020 policy, the frameworks that we have. The policy, can you please, the policy explicitly recognize, it explicitly recognizes information gaps as barriers to access, and it expects higher education institutions to undertake these outreach activities. Like I said, higher education outreach refers to deliberate efforts to ensure potential students, not the students who are already enrolled, but potential students and families to understand higher education options, processes, and pathways. Next slide. Now, because this will be an interactive session, so it will be 5 minutes. I would request that everyone please engage actively. This is one exercise. Let's map the local reality. Please take 2 minutes to reflect quietly and note down your responses on the chat box. The prompts that we have here. So in your classroom, sorry, someone's, can you mute the
Yes, I have
person?
muted, ma'am. I am muted. I am muted.
Yeah. So now, may I request the participants to please start noting down on the chat box their responses to first question, which means the question is, where do most where do most of my students, so your students who are in the classroom, come from? Are they from rural or urban or mixed? First generation, social background? What is their background? What are their demographic composition? Where do they usually what do they usually not know about higher education when they arrive in your classroom? And who seems to influence their decision to come to college? We'll take 5 minutes for this exercise. Please start writing down. Thank you. Yes. So most are saying rural. Yeah. So do explain what do you mean when you say they don't know about higher education. Okay. So we're getting don't know about higher education, unaware of higher education. So please, everyone, please respond. There are 15 people who are left. Please do respond to these questions. And also focus on who seems to, in your view, if you know this, who seems to influence their decision to come to college.
Ma'am, can
Okay, urban most.
we can tell them to unmute, or they have to put in the chat box?
No, first is just put it in the chat box,
Okay.
please. Otherwise, there'll be a lot of confusion.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
We've got 3 more minutes left, please. Can you please note down some responses? Who seems to influence their decision to come to college? Yeah, that's true. By somebody else. By somebody else would mean whom? Parents. Yes, that's right. That's the one. Our studies also showing the same thing. Yes. And teachers are school teachers, or which teachers are we talking about? Previous class. Yes. So in school, we'll have this discussion now. Can the person who said, so yes, you all are right. Okay, that's good. Friends, yeah, that's right. So these are all, so if I can just request, so we are all in agreement that the classroom at the, in our classrooms, we have mixed students. So they are from rural areas, they are from urban areas, but mostly a lot of you have said they are from rural areas. So, and also in a way you're saying that they need guidance, and they're coming, there is this lack of sort of knowledge in terms of admission process, or they don't know about higher education, and I'm guessing that it's about information about higher education. So I assume you're talking about which college to apply, which subject to apply. Is that correct? So if the person who wrote not more information, they don't know about higher education, and many of you wrote. So Dr. Rafi, if you can just coordinate this, since I'm
Yes, ma'am.
asking, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So can you just, the person who said, any one of them who said that they don't know about higher education, can you just ask that person to just say quickly, what do they not know about higher education?
Yes, participant, that participant can unmute and tell for a minute. In the chat, I think so, participant has put that thing.
Okay.
Yes. Roll number 67. Roll number 67, you can unmute.
Yes, good afternoon, ma'am. Hello.
Good afternoon. Yes. Yes,
Ma'am,
go ahead. We can hear you.
yes. Okay, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, madam, they are not aware what exactly they have to do. As they complete their 12th, they just enroll for the higher education for the degree colleges, but they are not aware. When we ask why you taken admission, most of them just answer that they have been asked by the parents or the neighbors or the previous class, just like the 12th junior college teachers. They are
Yes,
inform them to take admission to the senior college as they
exactly.
get the less
Yes,
less marks.
that's good.
That's
That's
why I
good.
said somebody else. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. And
Welcome.
many of you, thank you very much. That's very useful. Many of you've also said that there's a reliance on parents or friends and teachers. Teachers are school teachers, I'm assuming. The person who said teachers.
Madam, the school teachers or the junior college teachers, the previous class
Yeah. So,
teachers. Most of
yes.
them
Yes.
take the guidance of the previous class teachers.
Yeah. So that means still school, junior college is school, right? 10
Yes,
to
yes, yes.
11th or 12th, right?
Yes,
11th.
it is
Yeah.
in Maharashtra, madam.
That's good.
It is sometimes they have been joined to the school and some of them joined to the senior colleges. So that's why I use the word school and junior
Yes.
college.
Thank you.
11, 12 is joined
Yes.
to the
Thank
senior.
you.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. And someone said, so mostly agree, everyone, it's the same pattern that's coming up. Information about higher education is lacking by somebody else. So now these everyday observations already show why outreach matter, right? And why faculty voices are also important. Next slide. Anne. So section 2 is why higher education outreach matters. Now let's put that and let's talk about the social justice and the public good purpose of higher education outreach. So we know that historically higher education has served both economic and social purposes. At the current modern times also it's serving the same purpose, but the purpose has become the knowledge economy. Now higher education outreach is grounded in the idea that background, so one's background, demographic, schooling, as well as locational, should not determine access to knowledge, access to higher education knowledge. We did, from our previous conversation, we know that most students are coming from rural areas. Most students are taking their information from parents or friends or from teachers from junior college or at the most senior college, but the source of information lies not with higher education, which has the maximum source, which can become the knowledge hub there, which has the maximum amount of knowledge, but the knowledge is mostly located, the sources are located at the school level. Social justice in higher education, in our view, is not only about reservations or scholarships. These valuable affirmative action programs are already being implemented and constitutionally mandated, but also about who gets information at and at what stage. So we are concerned about these inequalities and access to education, to information on higher education. So higher education outreach aligns with the standing civic mission of public universities. We are all engaged in civic learning, civic community engagement programs. Those community engagement programs are philosophy, the philosophical base of those community engagement programs is the civic mission and the social purpose of higher education. Similarly, higher education outreach is also aligned with this long-standing mission that our institutions and Bharat is already following of this civic mission of public universities. Next slide. Anne. Now let's get to another exercise now. Before I move, is there any question? No? So let's, what I would like to just reflect on and request our participants to reflect on is your own journey into higher education. So reflect on that. 5 minutes, we do that. And we could think of, when you went back, when you go back into your memories, how did you learn about higher education options? Who did you, who was that source of knowledge? Where did you learn that from? Who advised you? And which of these pathways, the pathways that you had used still exist for today's student and which no longer do? So these prompts are there on the screen. So please start. Could you please write? So how did you learn about higher education options? Reflect. And your teacher would be your school teacher?
College
No, when
teacher,
you
madam.
are college, no, not the junior college or senior college, I'm saying. So let's distinguish between university faculty or school faculty, school teacher. If it's university faculty, then you write faculty members in university. And if it's a school teacher, then just write school teacher or junior college teacher, saying in the brackets, say school teacher, so we all know. Because in many of our states, junior college is called school now. So senior college is 12th class, right?
UG, ma'am, undergraduate.
Senior, okay. First
Graduation,
year,
ma'am.
undergrad?
First year. First
Okay.
year, ma'am.
First year.
Okay.
Yeah, first year.
Okay.
UG and PG.
Oh, yeah. All right. And so you can say from the seniors, it's like from your school seniors or from college, senior college seniors.
Senior college seniors, madam. Suppose I completed my
Yeah.
BA. Before me, those who are doing MA or MCom, MSc from
No,
the
no.
immediate.
So I am saying, no. So I'm saying,
Sorry.
sorry, let me just then clarify the UG. So when you entered the first degree, your first degree, undergraduate.
After 12th, that UG, ma'am. For UG.
Hanji,
Okay,
hanji. Hanji. Yes.
From others, just like the neighbors who are doing a second year, third year. From them, or we
Yeah.
observe neighbors or some other friends.
Yes. Yeah. So who advised you? Okay, so which of these pathways still exist for today's students? Anyone can either write, you can write, like, is it the same thing that's happening, that you didn't have any access to, say, many of you didn't have access to faculty, high, reliable information, and you were from friends again. You're saying from friends, you said your students who are right now in your classroom, again, they were banking upon friends. Yes. Next, any similarities of who advised you with your students and yourself? And remember, first degree, UG, undergraduate.
Ma'am, I was motivated to join UG by my physics teacher who taught me at
School teacher.
12th level. No, 12th.
Yeah, okay.
12th.
So again, yeah, 12th.
11th.
So school, no? Like, let's think. Yeah, 11th, 12th is school
Ah,
still.
ah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
think most of us were motivated by 12 teachers only.
Yeah,
But
some of them said
recently,
elder brother.
students are not going to
Yeah.
11th and 12th regularly.
Yeah. So that's a different issue. Yeah. That's another point.
मैम, चूंकि मैं अपने
Yes.
घर में छोटी थी,
Yeah,
तो
yeah.
मुझे मेरे बड़े भाई बहनों ने ही गाइड किया है कि किस तरह से आगे किस सब्जेक्ट को लेना है ग्रेजुएशन में एटलीस्ट.
Yeah. So your family and
Yes,
your
ma'am.
elder brother and your relatives.
और वो फैकल्टी भी थे
So-
यूनिवर्सिटी में, तो इसलिए भी उन्होंने गाइड किया.
Yes. So faculty members who were in your family network, right? Relatives. Yes. So there is a lot of things now, we see the responses are being repeated. So there is this generational concern that we all are sharing. The faculty that your higher education faculty, that you yourself were advised, but some of you had some access to faculty members who were in your, however, they were in your vicinity. So I think we've established that the gap, the unequal access to higher education on information from reliable sources or from higher education institutions, there is this gap that continues over generations, right? So we established that. So that should be a matter of concern. And the NEP 2020 recognizes that. Next slide, Anne. So now we all have we all know, and this is like, evidence that is coming up from our discussion, that students face multiple overlapping barriers. So that means there is also intersectionality. Those students who are from rural areas may also be first generation higher education learners. That means they are the first in family to attend or will ever step onto a college campus. So they will necessarily have lack of information on admissions, courses, and scholarships. They're more likely to be first generation status, and also experience conservative gender norms in terms of choice of subjects, in terms of which college to go, the distance that girls can travel to go to college, and the safety and environment of that college. The third aspect is, of course, the economic costs, and boys will have this pressure to earn, while girls will have the pressure to get married. So there is always this competition between the level of education to achieve and the age of marriage or age of start earning. And of course, the fourth aspect is locational: distance, transport, and safety. These all four barriers compound, and they affect students who are from the disadvantaged groups. Now, these barriers will shape choices, not just access. So it's not about only accessing, going to college, but also which subjects to choose, what to study, and which college to go to. So we, as higher education teachers, we come to meet our students after these choices, subject choices, college choice, after these choices are already made, but these choices have been constrained with all of these dimensions. Next slide, please. And so quickly about this exercise, and we'll just take not 8 minutes, but 2 minutes. A student from rural area has completed class 12th with good marks. No one in the family has attended college. The student is unsure whether to apply, which course to choose, and whether higher education will lead to employment. Now, my question to you is, what barriers are visible here beyond academic ability? So, that marks are given, he's got good marks. And at what point could a faculty member have made a difference? So any one of you, instead of writing, can someone who has not spoken please speak? Thank you. And Dr. Rafi, can you coordinate? Can you please encourage
ma'am.
participants to
Yeah.
speak, please? Thanks.
Participant, even if you want to ask in Hindi also, ma'am will reply to you. So अगर आपके प्रश्न हिंदी में भी है तो आप पूछिए, सवाल पूछिए.
प्रश्न नहीं, आप ये मुझे, I want this. So this is a story. I'm saying that this is a story.
Yeah.
A student
Yeah.
from rural area has completed class 12th with good marks. उन स्टूडेंट की फैमिली में कोई भी कॉलेज नहीं गया है. द स्टूडेंट इज अनश्योर, तो उसको ये पता नहीं है वेदर टू अप्लाई, जाना भी चाहिए कॉलेज या नहीं, बिकॉज दैट स्टूडेंट्स आल्सो फ्रॉम डिसएडवांटेज, इकोनॉमिकली डिसएडवांटेज बैकग्राउंड. और क्या हमें कोर्स चूज कर, उसको क्या कोर्स चूज करना चाहिए, और या क्वेश्चन रहता है कि विल दिस हायर एजुकेशन, इफ ही स्टडीज मोर, will it lead to employment? So in the view of faculty members, what barriers are visible here? मतलब कि उनको क्या difficulties हो सकती हैं, क्या difficulties इस example में already visible हैं? डॉक्टर राफे, आप ही बताइए.
Location barrier. The first
हाँ
is
जी,
location
good.
barrier, and the second one is first generational status social barrier.
जी,
Because
good.
no one has attended the college from his family. So social barrier, economic barrier, maybe he is from rural, so the amount which he have to pay. And secondly, the third one will be the locational. So social, economic, and locational, madam.
Okay. And at what point, agar this student comes in contact with the faculty member, would it make a difference? How would it make a difference? Faculty member who's teaching in a higher education institution.
Definitely, ma'am, a faculty member from a higher education can guide that student. But once he has already enrolled, so the choices get limited because he have already enrolled in a particular course, and that faculty member may guide. He is going to guide as per the courses which he is more expert in.
या तो इसमें जो ये जो एग्जांपल है इसमें इस स्टूडेंट ने दैट स्टूडेंट हैज कंप्लीटेड ओनली 12th क्लास दिस हैज तो उसने अभी कॉलेज वो सोच रहा है कॉलेज जाने के लिए और या सोच रही है कॉलेज जाने के लिए उस स्टेज पे है
मैम
स्टूडेंट
स्टूडेंट को अगर वो ऑलरेडी इनरोल्ड भी है as a faculty member, as a mentor, what we can do, we can see the abilities of the students, the skills of the students, the interest of the student also, and we can guide him even if he has taken an admission in
नहीं तो बट yeah no but this student has not taken
अच्छा
admission
already
right
not
now
taken,
to
so we can we
as
can do a counseling for
नहीं तो
हम उनकी
Do
उसकी काउंसलिंग
counseling
करके
and
हम ये देख सकते हैं कि उसका एरिया ऑफ
हाँ
इंटरेस्ट
अब
क्या है
डॉक्टर
व्हेन ही
राफी
इज
या
नॉट हैविंग अ
someone
गाइडेंस
else sorry Dr. Rafi, someone else is trying to,
also
one
we have to take
participant is trying
test,
to.
ma'am. We have to take
29
test.
29 roll number
Sorry?
29
We have to take test, ma'am.
Test?
Initial level for checking.
नहीं तो
Test.
हाँ the point is
And
that
in
the
that case,
student is
the counseling
हाँ
is
जी
counseling is the thing which we can do for that particular student.
yeah yes yeah so higher education
we
counseling
have to
right
madam, we have to firstly check what is the interest of student, where it is inclined, and according to that we should provide guidance to him or her.
yes thank you thanks next slide. Very good. So we've established how important the role of faculty member or institution is in makes that student who has got good marks in 12th student make an informed choice. Over to you, Anne.
Okay, so thank you. I cannot speak Hindi, but if anybody doesn't understand, please ask, and I'm sure Nidhi or one of our other facilitators will assist.
yes
Our research has shown that and this has been very clear in the research undertaken by Nidhi and the research teams based in the 6 different states, including under Professor Daneshri. Our research has shown that faculty guidance, faculty members are advising young people before they apply to college or university. But the way this is done, as we've seen in our discussion so far, is through informal arrangements. They will do it, they will advise somebody from their local village, somebody within their family network, or from their former school, perhaps, go back to their school. So it happens, therefore, we found that lots of faculty members are guiding young people, but they're doing it through their personal networks in their own time, really, as a social obligation that they feel, rather than it being organized formally through their institution. So it's not their college or university that is suggesting or requiring faculty members to undertake these activities. It's because faculty members are doing it themselves. What we feel, however, and what our research has shown, is that, and our research has focused on rural serving colleges, that is, colleges and state universities which have a lot of interest in and students from rural areas. Our research points to the fact that such colleges and universities are in a very good position to act as what we're calling local higher education knowledge hubs. If the college or the university developed their expertise or this focus, they, through their institution, could provide very valuable knowledge to young people who are at the moment not getting access to formal, good quality information on what choices to make. So it recognizes, our research recognizes that faculty practices are the existing faculty practices. That is, that faculty members are already doing a lot of this higher education outreach, but it could be strengthened by moving it to something that the institution, the college or the university organizes. So we would like you to do a little exercise again to think about what you have done. This is you as a faculty member. If you think about what you have done, have you advised a young person, somebody before they enter university or college? Have you talked to them or advised them about whether to go to higher education? Have you, for instance, explained admissions policies or reservation policies? Have you guided someone on a course or subject choice? So some young person in your family or your network or your village or your neighborhood asked you about this. Have you perhaps spoken to parents or community members from your community about your college or your university? So just thinking about whether you've done any of these things in your recent past. Thinking back, have I talked to anybody about any of this? If you would like to put it in the chat box of what, if anything, you have done. Have you advised a young person? Or if our coordinator could ask people if anybody's got any experience of doing this, then that will be great.
Participants, there are four options which have been forwarded by our expert today. That have you advised any student to pursue higher education? हमने किसी को लाइफ में ये बताया है कि भाई आप बीकॉम करना है, बीएससी करना है, इंजीनियरिंग करना है क्या? या फिर आपने किसी को रिजर्वेशन पॉलिसीज और एडमिशन के प्रोसेस के बारे में बताया है, या कोई सब्जेक्ट के चॉइस के बारे में, जो ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट रहते हैं उसके चॉइस के बारे में आपने किसी को बताया है, या कोई जो पेरेंट्स रहते हैं, माता जी, पिताजी, या आपने आसपास के सामाजिक लोगों को आपने कॉलेजेस के बारे में बताया है जिसमें आप काम करते हो, या कॉलेज कैसे वर्क करता है, या कॉलेज में क्या क्या चीज़ें होती है? ये चारों चीज़ों में से आपने जो अपने ज़िंदगी में एक्सपीरियंस किया है एटलीस्ट वंस, वो आप यहाँ पर बोल सकते हो अनम्यूट कर।
एंड वो आप ये है कि बिफोर स्टूडेंट्स एंटर, मतलब नॉट द स्टूडेंट्स हु आर इन, हाँ, बिफोर दे हैव जॉइंड कॉलेज. सो आपके नेबर में, पेरेंट्स, मतलब फैमिली में, you know,
you could perhaps put your hand up. If you've done it, you could perhaps put your hand up on the screen and we could look at the screen and see if any hands go up. If anybody has done any of these things. I can't actually see the screen of everybody, but perhaps somebody can.
Yes, ma'am. Just को बताया है इसके बारे में, सबसेट के बारे में गाइड.
हाँ, sorry.
लिंग्विस्टिक्स लिंग्विस्टिक्स मेरा सब्जेक्ट है, तो मैंने भी अपने जूनियर्स को और अपने फैमिली मेंबर्स में जो हमारे छोटे भाई बहन हैं, दूसरे कजन ब्रदर्स सिस्टर्स, उनको भी गाइड किया है कि आप इस तरह का सब्जेक्ट लेंगे तो इसमें ये स्कोप है, इस यूनिवर्सिटी से आप पढ़ सकते
Thank,
हैं.
yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. So please raise your hands, everyone. Yeah.
आपको हैंड कैसे रेस करने हैं? जो नीचे रिएक्ट जो है जूम में, नीचे जो रिएक्ट का ऑप्शन है वहां पर हैंड रेस करने का ऑप्शन रहता है.
जहाँ पे एक हार्ट सा बना हुआ है ना.
जी जी जी
हाँ,
जी जी, हार्ट सा जमाना
हाँ,
रिएक्ट.
हाँ, दिल दिल जो बना
यस,
हुआ
रोल
है.
नंबर 69 आप बोल सकते हो, अनम्यूट कर कर बोल सकते हो, रोल नंबर 69.
So I think everyone's raising their hands.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yes. Everybody's saying that they do it. So therefore, it's not, I think what we learn from what this has shown us is that faculty members, us, you,
Hello, ma'am.
actually do this
Hello.
outreach, but it's
Hello,
done
ma'am.
informally. Sorry. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. As we are a teacher, we already many times come across such a situation. Whenever somebody is asking or willingly what he or she is studying, according to that, we are advised them to pursue for higher education. How to select stream, which stream has the importance, what are the different admissions or procedures and reservation policies, and which stream having more advantages, or we can say that importance nowadays. According to that, we are guiding that students and
And
also
can I
counseling
ask,
parents sometimes.
so can I ask, how do you do that? Do you do that through your personal desire to help the young people, or are you doing it because it is part of your job or your responsibility at your university or college? Do you do it in a personal or professional?
Mostly we are based on our personal desire. We are advising them or discussing with them or giving information about higher education. And sometimes in our profession also, we have to guide them. But most of time, we are on personal level, we are guiding them and giving information about that.
Thank you very much. That's very interesting. So I think you are confirming what our research showed, that faculty members do a lot of this activity, but they're doing it in a personal capacity. So I think that is something that we therefore need to think about. When we move to the last section in our discussion today, we're thinking about how do we move from undertaking these activities informally, as we've discussed, many of you do already. Can we think about how to move it to something that is a formal, organized through the college or the university? So thinking about the barriers that, or the limitations, shall we say, of faculty members doing it through their personal arrangements rather than through the institution. Perhaps, there are many students that you do not know who are not able to have access to your information. How do we formalize these activities that are undertaken informally into the institution to say what we said earlier in our talk, to make higher education institutions knowledge hubs? So your young people who are thinking about higher education can see that they have the university or college is there for them to help them in their decisions and their choices and their knowledge, moving from perhaps the local cyber cafe to the university or college being the source of information rather than the informal arrangements. I think what we want to stress from our experience of the research is this doesn't have to be organised through large programs. It might seem, that this is a big job to undertake, but it can have small, consistent actions can have a significant impact. Our research on a previous project has shown that small actions can have a significant impact. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that in a moment. But what we're saying is that obviously institutional support for faculty members to undertake such activities is important. The support matters because we all know that faculty members already have many, many responsibilities, and adding another one, which is advising young people even before they come to college, must be seen as something that is supported by the institution. If not, it adds another burden to faculty members' workloads. So the outreach, we're arguing, has to be, whatever is done, has to be realistic. It has to be done on an ethical, a socially just basis, so it's available to all. But it also has got to be context specific, depending on which part of the state or a particular state you're in, which communities you are trying to encourage to apply. It needs to be based on local knowledge, which is contained in the universities and colleges. So I'm going to tell you, well, if we're saying what small measures can be done, one small measure, it might not sound that small, but it can be, is to familiarize young people and their families with the university or college. Our research has shown that many young people from families that have had no experience of higher education have never been to a university or a college. They have never experienced, they have never had an idea of what a university or a college might be like. They might be very anxious about that. Their parents might also be quite anxious about what goes on in a college. So one way of dealing with that knowledge gap, that familiarization, is to organize an open day to the university or college or a taster day. Now, what is the difference between a taster day and an open day? An open day is open to anybody who might be wanting to have a look around the university or the college. So it's not targeted at any particular group. Anybody through advertising on social media, in the local newspapers, through schools can come. A taster day is more targeted. It's an invitation to selective groups, to particular schools, perhaps, which you are aware that there are many young people in that school whose parents have not had access to higher education, who perhaps therefore might be very anxious about what a college might involve. So a taster day might be invitations that go to specific groups, particular schools, to undertake the activity. So that could be what's called an in-reach activity, coming to the university to familiarize. The other might be for faculty members through their institution, their college, to go to school visits, to go to the school and explain, to understand more about how the university or college works. So it would be to go out to the school rather than the young people coming in. So I'm just going to give you a little example of the way all universities across the world now are trying to think about how to be more inclusive, how to undertake this higher education outreach. In my country, we have the same challenges that you face or that are faced across the world about how to make sure that our institution, my university, is available to all students from all different backgrounds. So what we have here is a picture from our website, and I'm going to hopefully just play you a 1-minute video, hopefully, which allows. I don't think you can see it.
I don't think the video is playing.
So that is just an example of the way in which we at our university on our website try to show what goes on an open day at our university. So, it's just trying to give a flavour of an idea of what the university might be like. If you want to do a taster day, then what we've done with the a taster day, this is the idea where students are selected, a particular group that you might want to encourage, who perhaps who might be what we might call first generation learners. Then this is a taster day whereby particular groups are invited into the college or the university to sample what university might be like, to give them an idea of tasting what it's like to be at a college or a university. And in our earlier project, which focused on the state of Haryana, we, working with local colleagues, designed a program to enable colleges to undertake taster days in the state of Haryana, and a number of local colleges put on taster days to attract and encourage young people and their families to come and see what it's like to be at the college, to overcome perhaps some of the anxieties that some parents and young people might face. So you could give a taste of a lecture or an example of way teaching works, to show the facilities and so on, particularly for particular groups of students who perhaps, and their families, who would not otherwise have undertaken might not have thought about college. So this is the picture of just a successful taste today that was undertaken by one of the colleges in Haryana, whereby they had, in the end, about 1,000 young people who came and experienced what it was like to be in a college for the first time, along with their parents. So just to finish off here, because we have, before we move on to some examples in Haryana, would you like to just write a brief note for yourself? Just note down one small doable action that you think that you could do in the next year. Would this be, for instance, would it be encouraging your college to do a taster day or to think about what an open day might be about? Would it be something that you were going to do, what could realistically be done by you as a faculty member over the next year? Who would it benefit, do you think? And what sort of support would you need in order to do it? So if we're thinking about moving to doing one small doable action that might encourage young people to think about higher education and the choices that they make, what could you do? So I wonder whether you might like to think for yourself and perhaps share on the chat or put your hand up and share your ideas when you've had a quick thought. Would anybody, if you'd like to explain to that idea, one small do in Hindi, that will be great if anybody would like that.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
please do, Dr.
Yes. A little exercise which I have already posted in your WhatsApp group. First of all, you have to write a brief note of yourself regarding what outreach action could realistic take in the next year. You see that already when we are talking about the enrollments in higher education, especially in rural areas, they are declining due to several reasons. So what outreach and how you will reach to the students in the next year and who you will benefit, what will be your target, आपका target क्या रहेगा और आपको उसके लिए help क्या लगेंगी, ये सब के ऊपर आपको एक लिखना है और
Yeah, so Abhi, just it's a quick exercise. So if anyone wants to also share something, what you think it's doable, that can be done within your capacity, just something
Ma'am,
like a one.
Ma'am,
Hanji, bol. Say,
yeah, good
please.
evening, ma'am. Yeah, good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm from Wilson College, Mumbai. So there are certain activities which we conduct every year. Like the first one is National Science Day. So India celebrate 28th Feb as a National Science Day. So on National Science Day, we conduct exhibitions. So there are various departments in our colleges like botany, zoology, chemistry, microbiology, physics, maths. So all the departments collectively do an exhibition. So wherein we call nearby school students. So these school students visit all the departments and they get to know the different kind of apparatus or instruments which we have, what all can be done in various departments. So this is one of the activity which we conduct every year on 28th Feb. Secondly, along with National Service Scheme, NSS, NSS has adopted a village. So there is one village in Palghar, which is a satellite city near to Mumbai. So every year we go to that village, we organize a 1 week camp. In that 1 week camp, again, we go to that particular village wherein the students, those who have not attended any schools as such, so we organize a Ratra Shada. Ratra Shada means the evening schools. So we organize schools in the evening where we teach those students the basic things which we can. Like various teachers from various departments goes and they teach their subject. The third one is the HOPE program, HOPE, HOPE. So this is the program which the BMS department from our college conducts. HOPE means, ma'am, help our people elevate. So this is the another organization, like the another committee which we have. They go to the different like villages, and they organize the same kind of activities in that particular village. So these are the kind of activities which we conduct every year, ma'am.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
ma'am.
I mean, you're
Thank
already
you, ma'am.
doing what I described as taster days through your science program, and you're also doing, school visits and community-based activities that also are there. So I think that's an example of an institution. You're doing it through your college, aren't you? You're not, which is a very good example of what perhaps other colleges might be able to do or similar things. So thank you very much for sharing that.
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Yeah, roll number 66. You've raised your hand. Go
Yes,
ahead.
it's evening now, so good evening, everybody present here. I am from Narsi Monji College, Mumbai. We have around 5 different associations, out of which I'm a part of 3. One association which we are working on is called Unnat Bharat Abhiyan Mission, where we have adopted 5 villages, which again, as Sir from Wilson mentioned, near Palghar Wada. And the first thing that we did is we did a survey of what are the requirements. So we realized they need everything, right from electricity to construction of roads to washrooms, and whole lot of things. So we are working towards, as of now, collecting funds and maybe building some things for them. Second, we are also a part of the Rotaract Club and a DLLE, Department of Lifelong Learning, and RCNM, which is a kind of Rotaract Club. So we have 1 week stay in a village. We go to different villages where we help them with various activities. It could be teaching, and we have also signed MOUs with NGOs, wherein 3 students every month from our college go to not what I would say to small areas where they go and teach the students of slums. One is teaching students, second is teaching the women over there to get some source of income. So they teach, for example, they teach them how to make bags out of paper.
Yeah. Yes,
Or
thank you.
something of
So,
that
just
sort.
sorry, just wanted to say, I think we should have in our slide, we should have written higher education outreach, in the sense information, what we have been discussing up till now, information regarding higher education, say applications, admission process, choice of subjects. We are, unfortunately, we are focusing on that aspect. So in all of these activities, which are amazing and are, very, very important, in all of these activities, do you think, have you taken something up in terms of, so like Unnat Bharat Abhiyan survey that you did this come up as well, that students from those villages who are in school, high school, may not know higher education options, and most probably more likelihood that they may not be aware of those higher education options. So we are discussing that aspect. Yeah.
So,
focus
Nidhi,
on that.
Sure. I'm so sorry. Please complete.
No, that's it. Thank you.
I think what Nidhi is saying is that when you're doing these community-based outreach activities, is there an opportunity to talk about higher education access at the same time? So is it part of that program to familiarize the community with the possibilities that are offered by the local colleges or universities? So it's, is there a higher education access element as part of those activities?
Correct. So, ma'am, the villages that we spoke about, especially for Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, there the maximum teaching facility available is only till 8th grade. So talking about higher education was not a part of the agenda there, because they have only one school till 8th grade and all the other schools are only till 4th grade. So in our syllabus, we have something called as community engagement program, wherein our students mandatorily go for 60 hours of internship. There they do talk about higher education institutes. They also talk about online open courses like MOOC and Swayam also, because some people just want a certificate to know a particular skill. There we talk about all these things. But the
Yeah.
villages that we go to, there is no
Yeah.
possibility
So
of
so
this as
what?
of
Yeah.
now.
So what we are trying to do is that if you can, the structure is already there of reaching out to the
Correct,
community
correct.
through our outreach engagement. We've got the national service scheme, and also there is a policy expectation. The NEP 2020 is expecting HEIs to engage in this information providing activities to higher education outreach. So in that context, if you had to do one activity next year, if you had to include this
Ma'am,
activity
we do every
next
month.
year, uh-huh.
We do it every month.
Yeah. So if you
You're
had
already
to
doing it.
include this activity of, going to say outreach, going to the high school, and because high school is also a part of the community. It's this community surrounding the higher education outreach, higher education institutions. If you had to do one outreach and then one in reach, so if you had to do a taster day, asking students, arranging students to come into higher education institution into your college, or even you going out to high school to do this, would you be able to would it be beneficial? And we are all, I think we all agree, acknowledge that it will be beneficial to the high school, but also what support would you require if you had to engage in this activity?
Ma'am, see, engaging in the activity is a very good proposal which we can integrate in terms of support. As a faculty, I would not be the right person because I will have to take it up with my higher ups, my principal, and the management here. And I think whenever we have proposed any such activity, we have got a lot of support from them. In case if there's anything additional that we require, I think we may have your email address or your credentials somewhere to get in
No,
touch with
not
you guys.
us. No, not us, but from your institution, what minimal support to undertake. So your institution, you're already saying that is quite supportive, and the policy expectation is also there. So I guess you can undertake this activity hypothetically.
Yes, probably
Yeah, thank
yes,
you.
probably yes.
Yeah,
Thank you for the
thank
conversation.
you.
It was a good one.
We have two other hands up. I don't know if it's both. I notice. Is anybody else would like to say anything before we finish? I'm conscious of time. Does anybody want? Is it Shankar? If I may say, does Shankar want to say something? No, right. It's gone down.
Hello.
Thank you. I think we will now
Hello.
just
Yeah,
move on.
someone
Yes,
wants to
yes.
say something.
Sorry, I can't see. So sorry. My apologies.
Oh,
No,
I want to add in this, already in NEP 2020 that CEP is introduced, Community Engagement Project. Under that, as I am being a engineering teacher, what I did this time, under that project or that topic, I asked my student to engage community, means make aware them about, for example, cleanliness, then water pollution, air pollution, likewise. Same way, I can plan next year to add or target some schools or colleges, 11, 12 standard, and give information about higher education. What are the possible ways available after 12th standard? Who can opt for that? What is the procedure for that? And likewise, and what are the benefit, advantage, and that opportunities available for them?
Yes.
I will try next
Yeah,
forum about
and
that.
this is, yeah, very good. Thank you. This will be extremely useful because the NEP 2020 is also, it has got many new provisions and very advanced provisions, and all of that information needs to go to students before they apply and make informed choices. And also provide that information of this policy that's dynamic and also very comprehensive. So that'll be really very good if you could do that. Thank you.
That's a great example of a small doable action, isn't it? So it's great. Thank you very much for sharing that. So I'm conscious of time, so I think we should move on. Thank you very much for that discussion. So let's move on to, I don't know whether Professor Daneshri wants to just mention these.
Yes,
or,
yeah,
that would be good.
Professor Mahajan, please, Daneshri, Professor Daneshri.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, it was really nice that Dr. Nidhi ji actually gave us this opportunity of being a part of this, All India. I mean, the research went across 6 states as 6 universities and I think 3 affiliated colleges, 3 colleges affiliated to each university were involved. So our university was one of the universities which, NIPA decided to, choose. And that is how we got to get engaged in this project. And we were very happy that we could go ahead with the survey. And, we could interact with 117 faculty members who are engaged in undergraduate teaching. So that was the greatest thing because, we don't, otherwise we would not have, got an opportunity to interact with as many faculty members as more than 100. So to be really precise, it was 117 faculty members with whom we interacted, and we had, some interviews also, in-depth interviews with 20 faculty members from colleges and from our own university. Also, we conducted survey of 805 students who were already enrolled in colleges and in our university for various undergraduate courses. And we also had focused group discussions with students. So it was a very, it was very engaging, it was very interesting, and it gave us insights into, what difficulties students face, particularly when they are from the rural background. So the main thing with respect to our university is that most of the students who study here are first generation learners. That is the one thing which is very, special about our university, very peculiar. And so, what happens is that the faculty members have to take 3 times the efforts that, faculty members in some developed areas where, people, I mean, students who come from already who have a family background where their parents are well educated. So as compared to that, there is a lot of grooming involved in this. So that is what we found. And one very specific thing that I would like to mention, which actually Professor Anne also mentioned, was about the support that the faculty members require from the administration, whether it is the university administration or whether it is the administration of the college, the principal and the management. So what we observed here was that most of the outreach, was voluntarily taken up by the faculty members. And when they asked for support, then the support was offered. So, what actually, when we conducted the interviews and, the focus group discussions and all, so from the students, we came to know that word of mouth is the greatest thing, that they said that they heard about these courses from somebody else. So, the word of mouth, which is such an informal source, we can say, of being because they got convinced as word of mouth, I think, works best. And therefore, I thought that, university like ours, which is very much in a rural setting and which receives many students who are first generation learners in their family. So there has to be, something like student ambassadors, who can who can, spread the word of mouth, who have received education. So as Nidhi ji has put in this slide that higher education is a public good. Of course, it is also a merit good because it has so many positive externalities which can spread around. So what we found was that our faculty members were very much engaged in, they were spending out of their pocket and going into villages and motivating students. And what we found was that some of the faculty members were encouraging students in rural areas to pursue the courses which they were themselves teaching. And there were a few faculty members who had a very balanced approach in finding out what is the aptitude of the student, and what is the best thing that the student can do, considering gender, considering whether the student is a girl or a boy, considering their family background, considering their financial status. So all this, some of the faculty members considered or took into account all these, things, and so accordingly they suggested some courses which would benefit them and which would help them to quickly be on their own, become financially independent, because that was their first priority. There are, we cannot have a one size fits all policy when it comes to this outreach activities and these initiatives. So what matters is the support, as rightly said. So most of the actions were voluntary and initiated by the faculty members themselves. Particularly, this was true very much with our university. Whereas in colleges, comparatively, what we found was that there were certain, practices that they, followed uh, very, very routinely. So it was part of their, their activities, routine activities for the academic year. So visiting schools. So as this slide also mentions that in one government college, there was this activity like fun in chemistry and science open day. So these are regularly organized by colleges, and so this gives an insight into what it is like to be in a university department, or maybe in college. What facilities are available and how it is, whether the environment is very exciting or not. So school-based outreach in another government college, faculty members as a group visited higher secondary schools in the nearby rural local places and guided students. So these are the observations that we obtained from, from the interactions we had with the students and faculty members. So yes, so it has, what we can say is that higher education institutions, there is an expansion in the number of institutions that are available. But this is not being matched by an equal expansion of information and guidance, and awareness also regarding higher education choices. And there have to be, there are so many gaps which we realized during our research and during, our interactions with faculty members, as well as we also interviewed principals of colleges and our own honorable vice chancellor sir also. So what we found was that we need to have a dialogue needs to be there, even between the honorable vice chancellor and the students directly. So that is what actually one of the outcome of our focus group discussion was, that the students said that we would always like to see the honorable vice chancellor sir with us, and so that we can directly share what we feel, what are the hurdles while we come for getting this higher education opportunity. So that was one thing So these are the 2, 3 things that I find were very unique in our Maharashtra survey. One was that they wanted the highest authority to, have a discussion with them. And second is that word of mouth works, brilliantly. And yeah, so that is all that I can say with regard to, what experiences we had while we're having interviews with faculty members. And one last thing that I would like to say is that those faculty members we found that who were first generation learners themselves, and particularly who belong to disadvantaged, I mean, socially, who belong to disadvantaged, what we can say, social group. They were very much concerned about rural students and these backward category students getting, this access to higher education. So many times we found one principal of a college who always went to his own village and visited his school and spent money out of his pocket, and made available facilities, because he was the first one who who entered, I mean, who stepped into the campus of a college. So what we found was that those faculty members who came from such disadvantaged backgrounds were even more concerned about, rural students getting proper advice regarding which, stream to choose and how they should go ahead with higher education. Yeah, so these are some of the reflections that I would have. But um, before ending this thing, I would very much like to, express my deep gratitude to Professor Nidhi Sabharwal and Professor Ann Stewart, for this nice engaging study, which they made, Nidhi ji made us a part of this. And we are very happy to be associated with Nidhi ji and Professor Ann Stewart. So thank you very much. And thank you, Dr. Rafe, for coordinating this thing so nicely. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you very much indeed. We won't take up any more of your time because we are very conscious that it is evening with you. I'm just starting my day in the UK, but you have had a long day, I'm sure. But I think just to summarize, and I think Professor Daneshri did it really well, really set the scene for us extremely well. But I think what we might say is higher education outreach is not separate from an academic identity. It's part of what we do. I was a first generation student. My dad was was a farm worker, a labourer. I had never seen a university before. And now, all these years later, I'm still interested in that activity. So I think that's the way sometimes it works. Faculty engagement can reduce inequality in choices, in the choices that students might make, not only in accessing higher education, but they might make better choices on their future careers and opportunities. And institutional cultures change when everyday practices are named and valued. So what Professor Daneshri has just said in such eloquent ways, many people are doing these practices. What we then need to see is that they're valued within within our own university and college environments. So the work that's being done is valued. And we hope that today's discussion has shaped or reaffirmed your understanding of your role as faculty members beyond the classroom, or at least has been interesting in learning more about what we have done. But I leave it to Nidhi to say the last words. Thank you.
No, thank you very much. And I'm very, very grateful for this opportunity that has been given to us to present this module and this and engage in this exercise. All of us, all of you, all the faculty members. This has been a very, very interactive session. Thank you very much for all the interactions and all the suggestions that you've offered. So thank you, Dr. Dhaneshwari and Professor Dhaneshwari, and thank you, Anne, for taking out time from your busy schedule. And thank you, Dr. Rafi, for coordinating and providing us with this opportunity. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you. So this is the last session of a month-long faculty induction program, which was sponsored by University Grants Commission under the aegis of Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center. This is the 16th faculty induction program which we have conducted, and this is the last faculty induction program of the current financial year of this Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center. So we were very fortunate to have both of the faculty members, Dr. Ann and Dr. Nidhi Sabharwal, for being here and concluding the event through their addresses, through their exercise, not only addresses, but through their exercise. And really, it has generated all the energy which will be required for the participants to carry forward the message of the faculty induction program. So we are really thankful to both of you on behalf of UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center. Also, my special thanks to all the participants, those who have been here sitting day long, submitted all their assignments timely, and just now they have completed, they will get their certificates within 2 to 3 days. Already, I think that you have got your relieving letters. So with the permission of the chair, I declare that this valedictory function is over. And before concluding this valedictory function, I would request all the persons, those who have joined this cloud meeting, to stand up for national anthem. I would request all of you to stand up for national anthem. And before all stands, after all stands, Gaurav will play the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you. So with the permission of the President, I would request Gaurav to end this cloud meeting. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, sir.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks a lot, madam. Thanks a lot, sir.
Oh, thank